On the day I was scheduled for a heart transplant, my mother locked me in the dark basement. It was all for Chloe, the girl she treated as her own daughter who also needed a new heart. To ensure Chloe received the organ that was a perfect match for me, my mother covered my chest with electrode pads to suppress my heartbeat. I knelt on the cold floor, pleading with her to let me go, but she remained unmoved. She pressed dozens of electrode pads deep into my skin, making the angina I already suffered from an unbearable agony. The last pad was placed directly over my heart by my mother herself. She looked at me, trembling as I was, and spoke with icy detachment. Chloe has been frail since childhood. She just wants a healthy heart. Do you have to fight her even for this? Ever since you returned, you've done nothing but target her. Let's see how you like this piercing pain. The specialist said the electrodes, combined with the dark environment, will strengthen your heart. You can have your surgery later, once they find a second donor. I lay on the ground, drifting on the edge of consciousness, waiting for her to return and release me. But my mother was too overjoyed by the success of Chloe's surgery. She immediately took her on a celebratory trip to Europe. It wasn't until 2 months later, upon returning home and seeing my empty room, that she remembered my existence. She ordered staff to find me and bring me to her. Housekeeper Mrs. Davies hesitated, her voice trembling. Lily, she is already dead in the basement. The electric currents coursing through my body, combined with the excruciating pressure of my angina, made it impossible to tell if I was still alive. Only my mother's cold eyes forced me to cling to a sliver of consciousness. Before the basement door was shut, I desperately grabbed the hem of her trousers. Mom, I really can't hold on. My heart hurts so much. If this continues, I'll die. Please, take me to the hospital. I promise I won't fight Chloe for the heart. I'll just take my medication. I cried and begged, but she remained indifferent. She turned instead to comfort Chloe, who stood by watching the spectacle. Be a good girl, Chloe. Don't be nervous about the surgery. I will be with you the entire time. After you recover, I will take you to travel the world and give you everything I own. Chloe shot me a defiant glance and asked, if all your assets go to me, what about Lily? Lily? My mother scoffed. She lived in poverty for so many years. She's used to having nothing. My love will be enough for her. As she turned to take Chloe to the operating room, her phone rang. It was Martha, my grandmother. Ellie, Lily's surgery is starting soon, isn't it? Please take care of her. She has suffered so much since we found her. We cannot afford any mistakes this time. My mother mumbled a dismissive reply and hung up. I used the last of my strength to speak. Mom, I'm not lying. The pain is too much. If Martha finds out what you've done, she will blame you. After the Vance family found me, my mother had remained cold toward me to avoid upsetting Chloe. At her instruction, the entire household kept their distance. Only Martha was happy about my return. Even the donor heart had been secured with Martha's help, yet she had no idea my mother had already forced me to relinquish it. My mother glanced at me again. By then, my face was a mask of blood and tears. For a moment she looked stunned, perhaps wondering if the specialist's advice was truly sound. But Chloe suddenly squatted down. Out of my mother's sight, a smirk played on her lips as she brutally pressed both hands onto my chest. The electrode pads dug deeper, and the tearing sensation in my chest made me scream in agony. Suddenly, Chloe threw herself backward, landing hard on the floor. She burst into tears. Lily, I only wanted to comfort you. You know my heart is weak, yet you pushed me. Do you really need me to die for you to be happy? My mother's eyes filled with pity. She pulled Chloe into her arms. I know my sister doesn't like me, Chloe sobbed. She blames me for taking her place all those years. Maybe you should just send me away, Mom. Then I won't be in her way anymore. My mother snorted. If anyone is leaving, it will be her. How can you be so malicious, Lily? You always pick on her. She only wanted to show you care, and you deliberately pushed her. If anything happens to Chloe, I will never forgive you. Had I not looked so horrific, my mother likely would have forced me to kneel in the yard for days, as she had done before. She knew I had been kidnapped and suffered for 10 years in a